Good afternoon, everybody. Prex Ellen from Aces Deals and Facebook group Sublimation Central, and I'm a proud member of the Atomstack Laser official group. So today we are presenting video number 2. As I had stated that I was going to be doing several teaching videos for you guys and for Atomstack. And I'm very happy to be doing this. They had sent me the A10 Pro version 2 along with an air assist and the enclosure, and the machine is awesome. And for you guys that haven't seen the first video where we showed the specs and the assembled unit and everything else, please do so. Visit our YouTube channel. The link is going to be below the video. The link for Atomstack will be below the video. And right now, what's really cool, and that's as of right now, today is November 11th, I think, okay? The A10 Pro version 2, which has been upgraded to a 12-watt laser automatically, is on sale. Get this, guys, on sale for $249. That's for the standalone American or European version of the laser. So please visit our link below and go check out Atomstack, check out the laser, check out their bundles. Again, this is the standalone laser, but check out the A10 Pro version 2. And today I'm going to be doing a video on how to prepare images using Photar Photo Editor. That's a software we use to enhance photos and everything else. And you can use Photoshop and Affinity Designer and everything else out there. I'm showing you what we do, all right? And my videos are going to be geared towards, new people getting into the, into the laser engraving craft business, or, whatever. They might do it for a living like we do. I do laser engraving for a living, all right? We're going to show you how to prepare images. In today's video, it's going to be preparing images through Imag-R, all right? And the link, of course, will be below on, using the Imag-R software online. And there's a free version and a paid version. We use the paid version, of course. I don't want to deal with the ads, okay? But the Imag-R software is incredible. It allows you, it takes an image. For example, I'm doing wedding photos for a customer of ours. And it takes those images and converts them to a laser engravable image. And that's what we're going to show you today. We're going to show you the basics of using Imag-R, all right? Because like I said, the purpose of the video is to teach, especially newbies, newcomers to the laser world, how to create images. I see a lot of posts, lots of them, Prex, how does your images come out so nice and blah, blah, blah. And, so I want to show you guys, how to do this. You can then take that image, bring it into Lightburn. If you're using a diode laser, you bring it into Lightburn. You toggle pass-through, so any settings and tweaks you did in Imag-R will not be redone by Lightburn if you toggle pass-through, all right? So, and on YouTube, there's videos on how to use Lightburn and toggle pass-through. The goal of today's video is to teach you how to prepare images. So I wanted to show you 3 different items really quick before we get into the video itself of the wood that we use, for our business, okay? The first, this is a palea wood, all right? It's got a very thin, bark edging, going around the wood. Now, this is approximately 8.5 to 9 inches in diameter. This wood engraves beautifully, all right? You can get this on Amazon, and I will put the link below, but you can get this on Amazon. It engraves beautifully, and don't get put off by this, all right? It's not going to affect your image, okay? So this is one of the 2 woods we use when we do, photos of people or, whatever graphic images, okay? The next piece that we get and use is, this is basswood with the live bark edging, 5/8 of an inch thick, all right? A very clean wood. I love working with it. This, we do phenomenal with this. Whether it's a graphic image or a photo, all right? This you can find online if you look up, basswood blanks. I actually deal with several mills that, send us this in 3-foot planks. We cut it down. But for those of you that have a Hobby Lobby that's local, every 2 weeks at Hobby Lobby, any unfinished wood, the basswood included, is 40% off. So I'll give you an idea. A 3-foot plank is $34.99, $35. Every 2 weeks, and right now is one of those weeks where the wood is 40% off. That 3-foot plank becomes $22, okay? Now, when we do a photo on wood, whether it's our website or at our permanent craft show booth at a local flea market that we do, all right? Our photo basswood plaques, we sell it for $89, and we sell it all day long. We've done weddings, birthdays, anniversaries, memorials, you name it, okay? We enjoy doing it. So I had a customer, he met me at the show on Sunday, and he said, Peter, I'd like to do the basswood, but I want to use oval, all right? Basswood does have an oval, piece of wood, instead of the rectangular or square, all right? And watch out for this, all right? We carefully go through our wood. So we're going to use the other side, all right? And I'll show you why. But anyway, he came to us and he goes, I want 4 of these, okay? We charge $89. It's flat rate price, $89. He got 4 of them. We gave him a discount, $85, okay? He was happy. He goes, I'll take 4. And he supplied us via email 4 different images for his basswood oval plaques. Now, he took it a step further. He not only asked us to engrave the 4 different photos that he sent to us via email, but he wants them converted into clocks. Clocks are very big, especially with the holidays coming up, guys. So the picture I'm going to show you that we just did for him, this is number 1. The hole has not been drilled in the center yet for the clock mechanism to be put in, but it will be turned into a clock. But I wanted to show you the image that we processed in Imag-R. Okay? Look at the detail. Look at that. It is absolutely stupendous. Okay? So I just wanted to show you what you can do. Photo plaques are very, very big when it comes to making, custom things for customers. So sit back, get yourself a cup of brandy, a little bowl of chips, and we're going to start the video. All right? I'll see you in a few. Prex back from Ace's Deals in our next series of videos, video number 2. Today we're going to be showing you how to process images using Photar Photo Editor and Imag-R. The links will be provided below for each of these softwares. So I wanted to explain to you that the reason we're doing this video, as I previously mentioned, is there's a lot of new people or people that have been doing lasering for a while. All right, we do it for a living, and I enjoy it every moment of the day. I've been doing it for many, many years. But I wanted to do a series of teaching videos showing people how to process images or photos for laser engraving. So hopefully you enjoy the video. Please like and subscribe so you're notified of when the next series of videos are coming out, because I had told Atomstack that we were going to be doing approximately 10 videos for them. And all of the laser engravings will be done using the Atomstack A10 Pro version 2. So without further ado, let's get on with the show, okay? So this software here is called Photor, F-O-T-O-R, Photo Editor, all right? There's a free version, there is a paid version. I use the free version when it comes to Photor Photo Editor because what I'm doing with it is very minute. I don't need all of the, the one tap enhance and all of that. So I want to show you what we do. Now, there's of course many different ways to enhance an image. All right, we're going to be enhancing a photo. All right, a real photo. All right, and it's a picture of my son. We're in Puerto Rico, and what do you call it? So we're going to be doing, an image, a photo. Okay, so we're going to bring the photo in to Photor Photo Editor. All right, and forgive me if my computer's a little slow today. It's been a long day. So, okay, so here we go. Let's open it. Okay, it's loading. All right, so here's the image, okay? This, of course, is my son, and this is the guy at the college grounds. And I apologize, this is not Puerto Rico. This is in Anderson, South Carolina. I don't know what made me say Puerto Rico. I apologize. But we were at Anderson College this summer. This is a school that he wants to attend. And he took his picture next to, I guess, the founder of the college, Mr. Anderson. I'm not sure of his name, and I apologize. So here we have the image, all right, taken with a cell phone. Cell phones take beautiful, high-resolution images, okay? So for the purposes of engraving, what we're going to do is we come over to the far right-hand side, all right, of the screen, and I click crop. I click crop again. Okay, so now this border shows up that allows me to crop the picture. So we're going to bring it down a little bit, all right? Bring it down to, let's say about here, okay? I can bring it in a tiny bit, especially on this side, get rid of the unnecessary, bench, all right? And we're going to hit apply, which is over here, okay? Now, what I do when I enhance the photo, all right, is I come over here to adjust. All right, that's right here, these two little lines with the circles. I come down to basic, all right? Now, again, like I said, the video is designed for newbies. I don't want to get too much into it. I want to give you the basics, but it's going to help you, all right? Now, when you're working with the basics, what's really cool is you have your exposure, your brightness, your contrast, your vibrance, your saturation. All right. Those are the important, factors when it comes to enhancing. All right. For the more seasoned guys, of course, there's, dehaze, white balance, AI expand, colorize, all of that. But we're not going to get into that today. So if you grab the center here in exposure and I go back and forth, you can see how the picture changes, the exposure of the picture, all right? And you want to play with this. You want to use your eyes and figure out, exactly what's a good setup for you. So I'm at -23. Let's move down to brightness, all right? In brightness, I can bring it up. Let's see what happens when I bring it up. A little too bright, so let's bring it back down. Okay, so we're going to leave it right there. We're at 1. Contrast, I want to bring up the contrast a little bit. All right, and it'll enhance the contrast in the image. All right, vibrance handles the colors in the image because lasers don't read color. They read, depth, shadow, contrast, and so on. So we want to make sure the laser is going to pick up the detail. We're going to bring up the vibrance a little bit. We're going to bring up the saturation a little bit. Now you see these numbers here. That corresponds with the location of the little graphic dot. Looking at it, you're able to tell if you like the picture, and that's it. All right? So like I said, there's the paid version has all of this stuff, but we're not going to get into that today. So there's AI tools where you can, remove things, super resolution, one tap enhance. I don't use any of that. We want to keep it simple, especially for beginners. Okay. We're going to save this image. All right. We're going to save it. And I am going to call it Adam. That's my son's name. And I'm going to save it as a PNG. Okay. I'm going to save it as a PNG. There's my size. I can resize it. I don't want to right now. You can save it as a bitmap or as a tip. For laser engraving purposes, I save it as a PNG. So you can see the details here. And the detail in the color. It's enhanced. This one was pretty good taken with a phone. Phones take excellent, images. All right. So saving the photo, and no thanks. I don't feel like rating it right now. And we're going to minimize this screen. Okay. So now we're going to head over. Oh, my photo saved sideways. So let's move this. Come on. I apologize. Oh, quick actions. Rotate left. All right. So there it is. So now we're going to go online. All right. Now I'm going to be working on a Mac. Okay. Imag-R, which can be located at imag-r.com. Okay. Imag-R is a fantastic software. I cannot stress enough how great this software is. In my opinion, it's one of the greatest laser engraving softwares, to work with graphics and photos and so on the planet. I do. I love it. Lukey Crew, he lives overseas, I think in the UK, if I'm correct. In his 30s, if I remember correctly, created this software, and it's absolutely awesome. Now, I want to stress there is a paid version and a free version. All right. I'm logged in, but I use the paid version. The paid version, don't quote me, $9 a month or something like that, or you could buy a 3-month plan, a 6-month plan, a yearly plan, and you save a lot of money when you do it that way. All right. People say, oh, there's free softwares out there that I can do the same exact thing. No, there isn't. All right. You want to use the free software, you're limited. I have no problem with people using the free software, but when it comes to Imag-R or what we do, because like I said, I do this for a living, I want the best of the best. So it's worth it. We have actually processed over 3,500 images in the past 2 years we've been using this software. So, all right. So, but up here, let's take a very quick look. Okay. You've got downloads, tutorials. There's free images on imag-r.com. You can contact them. The pricing is there. Here, let's just take a quick look at the pricing. I don't want to get into this too much. All right. So, okay, I'm sorry, $15 a month. It did go up a little bit. $69 for 6 months, $99 for the year, lifetime, $429. Okay? So, you can start off with the starter for 1 month, but that's something I'm going to leave to you guys, all right, because I don't want to get into it too much, all right? We go over to the tab here, Imag-R. This is where you upload your photographs or images. You can crop them, resize them. You can add text. You'll choose your material. We're going to do this all step by step. You download it. Restart is when you want to work on a new project. Okay. This is an interesting feature. You can create a puzzle here at Imag-R. Okay. You would upload your image, your tab size, and here's your puzzle pieces. Okay. And of course you can make it 5 pieces across by 8 pieces down. You can change this to whatever you want. The tab size, that's this part right here. All right. The angle of here, I'll turn it a little bit. You see that? See the angle? All right, I just changed it, okay? So, check out the puzzle. The masking, we're gonna discuss that in this video, all right? You could do background removal of an image. So, like if you wanna take a picture, let's say here, for example, here's a picture of a car in front of a building. There it is with the background removed. There it is with the background still in there. So it gives you an idea of the before and after. When you save it, it will be automatically a PNG. Okay. There's the cartoonizer image software part of the program where it takes your photograph and gives it a cartoon-like effect, as you can see here. This is all stuff that you guys can check out, experiment on. Today we're going to concentrate, like I said, on, creating the image for laser engraving. You can vectorize an image, all right? Any JPEG, PNG file, you can upload your image, you can play with the threshold, press download, and be happy with your SVG file. The program is awesome, plain and simple, okay? So, like I said, check it out, imag-r.com. The link will be below, all right? I'm just referring it. I make no money on it. I just want to refer it because I want you guys to be able to do, what we do. So, all right, let's get going. Let's go to upload. Now, you've got grayscale, you've got color, okay? If you're doing you're using Imag-R software for printing, sublimation, or white toner, transfer printing, you would bring in your item as colored. You would import it as colored. But we're going to be doing laser engraving, so we're going to choose grayscale, okay? We're going to choose the image, and this is going to be the image of my son, Adam. Where did it go? Sorry, it'll be there in a second, waiting for it to load. I have so much stuff on this computer. There it is. Okay, so Adam just showed up. Hit upload. In a couple of seconds. I apologize for the delay. There we go. All right, so here is the image. Okay, if you notice, it's in black and white. It has been turned to grayscale. All right, so you've got your image. Excuse me. All right, we just uploaded the image. In this point here, underneath the image is the various steps, and you're going to follow them in order. Okay, do we need to crop this? Not really. We're going to leave it alone because I already cropped it in Photon Photo Editor. All right, let's resize the photo. Now, you have your option of pixels, inches, or millimeters. In this case, me personally, I'm going to use inches. Now, the width of my board is much smaller than 37 by 48 inches. Okay, because that's 3 feet by 4 feet is, the image size. All right, so the piece of basswood I'm going to be putting it on is 10 inches by 13. So that 13.13 is fine because in the software in Lightburn, I can resize it perfectly once I, measure my piece of wood exactly. The DPI is very, very important, okay? So it defaults at 72 DPI, dots per inch. We don't want that. On the Atomstack lasers, we have the A24 in our shop that we use. We have the A10 Pro version 2 that we use. We found that a DPI of 318 is perfect, for the laser. Some people will use a higher DPI, some will use a lower DPI. I'm showing you what I found using the Atomstack 24 and the A10, okay? We hit OK, and then you'll see what happens next. So now, once the image is processed and resized, we now have two images. We have the original image on the left-hand side. We have the new image that we're going to be working with to prepare it for laser engraving on the right-hand side of the screen. okay? And if you come up here, if you scroll down or scroll up, depending on your computer, okay, and you see this here, this is the zoom bar. I can bring this up. Let's bring it up a little bit. All right, so I can look at the picture and see, you know, look around, look at the detail and everything else, okay? So this allows you to, you know, make sure that what you got here is what you want, okay? So now we have the image that we want to work with, okay? So let's get that back. Come on. Okay. So over here on the left-hand side, underneath the Advanced tab, okay, all of these tabs, this is where we're going to help Imag-R to process this image, all right? You can mirror the image, especially if you're doing a mirror or something, where you have to mirror the image because you're going to be engraving, let's say, on the back of a mirror that's got the coating on it or acrylic or whatever, okay? You can invert the image if you want to be working with slate, okay? So you can invert the image, but I don't invert the image here, all right? I'll show you why, all right, at the end, okay? Levels, really important. Let's click on that, all right? Levels are designed to help the software understand, you know, the different levels of contrast, color, etc. in the image. And I found that with the Atomstack and even with our CO2 lasers, because we have CO2 lasers in our shop that we use to produce products, all right? You see the levels is from 0 to 255. I drop it down to 254. I found that it works awesome with the Atomstack lasers and my CO2 lasers. One is a 30 watt, one is a 40 watt, okay? So, but let's, for giggles, we're gonna stick with the Atomstack here, all right? So I set the level from 0 to 254. We hit apply. All right, so it's applying it to the image. You're not gonna really see much of a difference in the levels. That's for the laser engraving, but it's there. If you look very carefully, you can see the changes made. I'm so used to it, I can spot it immediately. All right. Auto adjust color correction. I found when I do images, and I'm going to not use the word images, when I do photographs, all right, I don't do color correction. I'm sorry, auto adjust. I do color correction, especially if there's dark objects like the dark sneakers. You know, this is kind of a dark necklace, all right? Anything that's dark. So I do color correction and I hit run. Now, theoretically, you should see a difference in the image, and I'll show you that in a second, okay? So, you see what happened here? And I like it. I like it. I know exactly how it's going to look when it's laser engraved, okay? So my son's hair became lighter, okay? His necklace became lighter. And that's important when you're laser engraving because anything that's dark in a photograph is going to look like it's burned when you laser engrave it. So it color corrects the darkness, okay? Even his sneakers are lighter and showing more detail, all right? And the bench and so on, all right? I go to gamma adjustment, and I don't want to get into the technical terms and everything else, but with the Atomstack lasers, I found that a gamma adjustment, and it's defaulted at 1, I go to 1.3, okay? I go to 1.3 to adjust the gamma. Now, of course, you could do this in Photoshop and all of these other programs, Affinity Designer, but I'm telling you, when it comes to laser engraving, we use Affinity Designer, for example. I don't use Corel, I don't use Photoshop. I personally hate those programs. But when I do Affinity Designer, I still bring the image into Imag-R. And my God, it comes out awesome. So I'm at 1.3. Contrast. Again, I bring it up to 3. 1, 2, 3. It's processing, and it's going to contrast the image for laser engraving. Okay? So now, if you look at in the left-hand side here, you see his face here, the statue. Now look at his face here. Much more detail, lighter in color. I can see the lines in his face. The shadow effect is gone. This shadow on his collar is gone. I see the detail. All right. So brightness. You can play with the brightness, that's up to you, but in this image, in this case, I'm going to leave the brightness alone. And I do leave the brightness alone in probably 80% of my images, okay? Denoise, all right? A lot of people, what the hell is denoise, okay? Sometimes photographs have noise in the picture, all right? Noise is like static, all right? This image does not need to be denoised, but if you do, it's defaulted for 10. You can hit it. You can always reset it if it changed the picture to something you don't like. You can always hit the reset, okay? So we're going to move down a little bit to the word sharpen. Here's the finishing touches. We're going to hit sharpen. Now, there's a manual process that you can, go up and down, whatever. I always choose on the Atomstack and on my CO2 lasers, I use automatic process method number 1, number 6. It's defaulted at number 6. I hit apply. Now watch the image. Now it's doing a whole bunch of things, and it's going to really, really clean up and really make this image look really nice. Look at that. I mean, that's a nice image, okay? Now, here's the cool part. Down here, like if you didn't want to go through all these steps on the left-hand side, there is a one-touch feature. I do use it. And what it does is the software is very intelligent. It'll do the gamma adjustment, which you can check or uncheck, denoise, sharpen, color change. Now, I did all of them on the left-hand side, manually. Here, it does it all at one time for you, all right? And hopefully they expand the menu one day to include, color correction and so on, but I'm very happy. And you can hit one touch, and it'll basically do almost the same thing, all right? It saves you time also. It's a new feature that was just added a couple months back. But now you can see the difference between the left side of the screen and the right side of the screen, okay? Let's move down a little bit, all right? Now, you can add text, all right? Click on add text, and now you can click anywhere on the picture and add text, all right? And down here is all your different, font color, stroke width, text alignment, to the left, to the right, to the middle. You can choose the different fonts that are, on your hard drive in your computer, all right? So you can add text. You can make it bold. You can make it italic. You can change the font size, okay? Font size, I'm sorry. So right now I'm not adding text, all right? That's pretty self-explanatory. You'll be able to figure it out, okay? Material, very, very important. Probably the most important step of all. Now, what's really cool about Imag-R, all right? You won't find this in Affinity, Corel, Photoshop. None of those softwares do this, okay? They have what's called algorithms. That's these right here. These are called algorithms. Old was the very first Imag-R algorithm that came out, whatever it was, 2-3 years ago. They expanded it and added the Norton, the CO2 algorithm, the CO2 algorithm, Baining, Marson, Sketch, Nero, Kasia, Skeldon, Grayscale. Now, let's say, in old, you picked old, all right? Then you're going to choose what material it's on. And in this case, it's wood, okay? So I discovered something quite by accident. and it worked out very well, and it's going to blow your mind. All right. Here I am creating an image for a diode laser. All right. Because don't forget, I've been using this software for my images for my CO2 lasers. So I was in the habit of picking CO2, move down, CO2 wood, hit OK. All right. Now what's going to happen is it's converting the image to a laserable. There it is. You see that? That's a laserable image for a CO2 laser. But what I discovered quite by accident is the CO2 algorithm works beautifully with the Atomstack. Okay? So I want to show you that for a minute. Here's what we're going to do. Watch this. We're going to download. Oh, I forgot. I can preview what the image is theoretically going to look like. And before I do that, let me show you something. Look at the sneakers. Look at the detail in the sneakers, in the shoes, in the pants. You don't really see that, let's say, in Adam's shoe over here on the left-hand side, but I see it here. And customers love detail, okay? So I want to get an idea of what the image is going to look like. So I can hit preview with material. Basswood is what I work with. So the closest thing to basswood is birch. So I chose birch, but you've got nutwood, MDF, poplar, alder. And there you go. It gives you an idea of what the image is going to look like on the wood. Okay, let's close it. All right. And then I'm going to download it. So I download it. And like I said, I always save all of mine as a PNG. You can save it as a bitmap, whatever. The DBI test, the algorithm test, you can click on them, on your own time. I'm not going to do that today. I'm going to download the PNG of this. All right. So I just downloaded it. Hit close. Now, let's go back to material. Let's take a look at CO2. We're going to click wood. It's going to take the image on the left-hand side of the screen. And you will see, there it is. You see how darker it is? You've got a different type of, you see that? It's a different shading of the engraving. Okay, so you have a choice here, and you can use this algorithm for your diode laser. Look at the bricks. You can see the little pock marks in the bricks that you don't see here as clear. All right, so let's preview it really quick. All right, I'm going to choose birch. Okay, let it populate. It better show up or I'm going to scream. All right, I'm going to give it another 10 seconds. But all in all, the image will be, slightly darker than the original CO2 algorithm. All right, I'm not going to wait for it. I'm just going to close it, okay? Now, let's go back to material. If you go to Norton, okay, look here, mostly used on diode lasers, okay? So we use the Norton method when we're doing black slate, cork, white tiles painted black. But let's go to Norton wood, all right? Mostly used on diode lasers. But like I said, we discovered that we can use the CO2 or CO22 algorithm, okay? There you go. There is the Norton method. The detail is still there, all right? And let's see if we can preview it. I don't know why the other preview didn't come up on the CO22. Image is loading. There we go. So theoretically, that's what it's going to look like on your piece of wood. The detail is there. I love it. You know, the creases in his pants, the facial, the shadows are gone. It's going to come out really, really nice. All right, let's close. All right. So, that's basically it when it comes to Imag-R. So once you download it, okay, and let me shrink this down a little bit. Okay. Now I'm going to click on the image that I just downloaded so you could see it. This is the actual image file that you will send to Lightburn. And from Lightburn, it sends it to the laser. But there it is, guys. There it is. Okay. So that is your final image for Imag-R. Okay. So I wanted to give you a quick idea before we end this video. Okay. I wanted to show you what we're going to be working on next. And we're going to hit grayscale. This is an image that we're going to be doing next. I can't wait. All right. So, oh, you know what? Hold on a second. Let me show you the colored image, the original image. Okay, let's exit full screen. And let's go to, here it is. This is look at this. This is a gorgeous picture. Okay. This is a gorgeous picture. I don't know if it's a real photo or if it's AI generated. I borrowed this. So, but it's going to come out really nice, but I can't wait to do it. All right. So now there is one more thing I wanted to show you before I end the day. All right. Not only do we work with, what do you call it? Basswood in a rectangular or a square shape, but we do also the palea rounds, the natural wood rounds that you had seen at the beginning of the video. All right. Go to masking. You're going to love this feature. Okay. Here is where you can mask out a specific part of your image. So what we're going to do is we're going to upload the image. All right. And we're going to upload the image that we just created. All right. Now, the image has to be created first in Imag-R before you can do the masking procedure. Okay. So we load it. We upload the image. Okay. So there's the image. Now, I want to put this on a round piece of wood, but I don't want to do the square. Of course, it's going to be a pain in the neck. All right. So let's choose, you can upload your own shape, which must be a silhouette PNG shape, a star, a guitar, an oval, a teardrop. It doesn't matter. But let's go to the choose define shape that Imag-R has. Okay. So let's do the circle. Okay. So we click on the circle, we hit import. This is really, really cool. I love this thing. I love this thing. All right, so there's my image. All right, so we want to change the size of the circle. So we move the bar. Okay, now his head is cut off a little bit. So let's see if we can move it over a little bit if it allows me. There it is. There it is. Okay, so now I can put this on a round piece of wood. If you notice, I got rid of all the cars that were over here and the building that was over here. I'm now concentrating on my son and the founder of the college. Okay, so you will save your image, save it as a PNG. That's the only option. And boom, you're done. Okay, so hopefully this video was a great help, you know, especially the new people out there. And I want you to know that you can email me with any questions at peter@acesdeals.net. That's peter@acesdeals.net. And of course, the email will be on the underneath the video. Please don't forget to visit our website. We sell blanks and everything else. acesdeals.net. The link will be below the video. And you've got to click on the link below and go to Atomstack's website. Okay? I'm an affiliate. I have no problem saying that, and I'm proud to represent Atomstack. So anyone who clicks on my link, if you purchase something, I make a little bit of something. It pays for my time, doing this and so on. So click on the link, because that sale for $249 for the laser alone, without the the optional stuff that you can get, like the air assist and all of that. That's a great price, guys. That's half off. All right. So I don't know how long the sale is going to last. It might only be until the end of the month. I don't know. But for $249, you can't beat it. Okay. You're more than welcome to call me with any questions if you're in the United States anytime between 9 and 6 p.m. Eastern at 888-239-2644. It's a toll-free number. I have no problem. Call me, pick my brain, anything I can help you with. Have a great day, guys. I thank you very much. Don't forget to hit the like button and to subscribe. And I will see you soon in video number 3. We're going to be doing, if I remember my schedule correctly, we're going to be creating images using Imag-R for Slate. All right? Have a great day, guys, and thanks again.